good games and what constitutes a good game. So, to me, very subjective. This is all very theoretical. Theoretical to me, at least. Well, maybe not theoretical, but, you know, it's what's important to me when it comes to an open world game. So, I'm going to use my example of Hogwarts Legacy is a really good one. Now, it's a good example for an open world game, not in respect toward maybe its great diversity of things that you can do, because quite honestly, you had, you know, your mellow sweet leaves and what was it, a Merlin trial, I believe it was. Anyway, you'd have those, you know, you'd have about 6 to 8 variations that you'd run through, and it's pretty basic problem solving. But what made it so good was that those Merlin trials, or what was it, like ancient magic, where you'd find them 3 or 4 ancient magic points, or, you know, it didn't matter what the little side quest, little side mission, little side track or main quest, they were all like, you know, 15 seconds apart from one another, so you didn't feel like you'd get bored. And I feel like that's one of those things that gets slept on with that game, is that a really good open world game is its capacity to keep you engaged. Because I suppose one of the big criticisms that a lot of people had with Red Dead, not that I played it, was that the interaction points would fluctuate. So you could have extensive walking or going from one place to another place. By the way, how smooth is this going right now? Like, I have not stuffed up too much yet. It's going well. But you'd have heaps and heaps of, I suppose, variable time where it would be like, you know, 20 seconds or even up to a minute and a half where you'd be looking for a new thing to interact with, whether it was a side quest, little encounters. Well, I think an encounter is probably the best word, but it was an encounter and it would be variable. So that would, I suppose, reduce your immersion in the game, because you'd just go, I'm really into it, nothing would happen for a bit. You somewhat, you know, you'd look at your phone for a second, you'd pause the game because you're going, who really cares? This is a sneaky little hog trying to get you there. Be mindful. But it would, you know, you'd wind up getting distracted. And I suppose a really good open world game like that has its capacity to be able to keep you engaged, even on the most monotonous or even tedious aspects of the game. Because it's not the complexity or the engagement level that you're after, you just want that engagement. And that's what Hogwarts Legacy did so very well. And it was such an impressive aspect toward that game, was that I could wind up playing that game for, I would say, up to like 8 to 10 hours at a time. Now that hasn't happened to me for a really, really long time. So I suppose that's what I think is what's really important when you look at open world games, those games that are a bit more level up, explore, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's get into the gameplay. Now, I reckon Treetops is probably up there as at least one of the more vivid levels for me. I thought it was, I don't know, I never really, it was only up until this game got released, because obviously the original game is like made in 1998 and running off of PlayStation 1 graphics, which, you know, you got various shapes of square, sizes of square. It wasn't the most detail-orientated game, at least as far as graphics is concerned. So I didn't know that these big fellas are orangutans. Like, I had no idea that's what it was when the game initially came out. I don't know what I thought, to be honest. Like, I couldn't believe that was like an ape or orangutan or whatever it is. Like, look at these guys. Like, what is this? What are these guys? And the little fellas, like, I'm still not sure what they are. Also, this is slick. Like, no hesitation. This is... When this game originally came out, the amount of dying you do trying to figure out how the hell you're supposed to get to this area here. But, you know, it just scarred me enough that easy peasy. I remember it so vividly now. And it's also super satisfying, like multiple supercharge ups. Tasty. It's good fun. And anyway, getting back to the weird looking orangutan guys. Like, look at him. And I praise myself about how well I'm doing, and I kill myself. Good effort. Bloody hell. Anyway, now we're back here. Yeah, true. I guess I did rescue the dragon here most recently. So, anyway, hopefully I don't screw this one up again. Wow. And I screwed it up again. Like, wow. Wow. You know? Like... Oh, I guess when it rains, it pours. And we're back here all over again. Let's not die this time. Let's really try our best. I really want to talk about the creepy-looking, supposedly orangutans, because they used to look like hoofs, the little arms, or their legs. They looked like hoofs before. They didn't look like that. I should have really been able... I shouldn't have jumped. That was my failing. Anyway. Like, look, I wouldn't have picked that from the original image. I'll actually throw up an image of this, of what they look like. They're weird looking, man. Like, at least from my perspective, I would not have picked orangutan. I mean, even though thematically it makes sense. Like, you're in the treetops, you're in big-ass trees. I get that, but, you know, let's just say I may not have been paying all that much attention. Because look at him there. Because before the literal feet that are, like, just dangling used to look like these big-ass square hoofs that would just, like, as if it was a horse, you know? And... yeah, like I said, 1998 graphics. Anyway, I clearly probably wasn't the most perceptive kid, or maybe I was just didn't really care. I'd say I just didn't care. I don't think I'm stupid. Well, not that stupid. But we're gonna go after this other, the red Nana. Now, I already know where he's at. I don't really need to chase him all that much, because it's a pretty standard sort of way to go get it. And you'll see it shortly. So let's just jump from here. Oh, I guess I'll just go do that first. Now I got to do all the toing and froing. This is why initially I should not have missed that. Oh no, actually, there's just a lot of these bloody chargeable, these supercharge crates or metal boxes that you've got to get. So we'll just... but I've got to get that other one too, don't I? Yeah, so we'll go this side. Like, this is not the most efficient way to do this. You should only do this over one effort. Oh my god, I did it again! Far out. My apologies for this incredible inadequacy. This shouldn't take much more than about a minute and a bit. It may take longer than that, knowing how lucky I am. Like, those guys, I guess now it's more obvious that they're just like these little primates or whatever they are, but when I play Metalhead, which will be coming up next, it just looks different. Don't jump too high. Nice. Like, it just never dawned on me because, you know, Metalhead had nothing to do with treetops, so I don't know. This seems like a me problem. I do not think that this is at all anyone else's problem but my own. Lack of perception. I guess I missed the point. Regardless, this is still one of the most satisfying levels in the game, just because you get to use a lot more of that supercharge, jump. It's a bit of problem solving. It was initially really difficult if you never played this game and you didn't want to just go online and cheatsy doodle it and go, oh, so that's how I get there, by getting a walkthrough. Ironically, I'm doing a walkthrough, but I get that. But anyway, you just got to leap to the right here. We run around in circles. Hopefully you can maintain your control through here. You jump over that, and you should wind up the top here. Try not to panic too much. I usually panic, as you see there, whenever I jump after a sprint. You know I'm low-key panicking. But it's also a way to be able to cancel your sprint. And anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please do like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll be seeing y'all soon. Okay, bye!